Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 6 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits. I'm playing his final season and trying to see if I can't get the equivalent or possibly even more than the hits he needed for 3,000 hits. Now, this game's going to be a little different. Clemente is not in the starting lineup, but he did pinch hit later in the game, so I'll just play the game out and see if I can't find a place to get him a pinch hitting appearance. Today's pitching matchup is for the Pirates is Steve Blass, and for the home team Philadelphia Phillies, Dick Selma. And this is a night game in April, so almost the same as Pittsburgh, except 1 to 4 is good, 5 to 15 is average, and 16 to 20 is bad. And oh boy, that was a 16, so we have bad weather in Philadelphia tonight. Wow, this is a big disparity. So for Philadelphia, ballpark singles, a lefty is 1 and a righty is 10. 1 to 10. Ballpark home runs are, wow, almost the opposite. A little easier for lefties, but harder for righties. 1 to 8 for lefties and 1 to 2 for righties. All right, starting lineup for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. Dave Cash leading off and playing second base. Vic Davalillo taking Clemente's spot in right field, batting second. Al Oliver batting third and playing center field. Wilver Darnell Sturgill at left field cleaning up. Richie Hebner, the third baseman, batting fifth. Bob Robertson, the first baseman, batting sixth. Milt May, the catcher, giving Manny Sanguian a day off, batting seventh. Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop, batting eighth, and Steve Blass, the pitcher, batting ninth. For the Phillies, behind Dick Selma, Tim McCarver behind the plate, Darren Johnson at first base, Denny Doyle at second base, Don Money at third base, and Larry Bowa at shortstop. Left to right in the outfield, Greg, and as we call him, Wheels Luzinski in left field. Willie Montanez in center field, and Mike Anderson in right field. All right, we'll go get started. Here's Dave Cash. And a 2-9 against a righty is a ground ball to second, and retired is Cash, one away. And here's Vic Davalillo, former Cleveland Indian. Oops, and we'll do that again. Let's do that one more time. Sorry. 2 and a 3, fly ball to right field. And taking care of that is Anderson, 2 away. And here is Al Oliver. Jeez. One more time. Foul ball, and 5 and a 9. And against the lefty, that ball is driven high. That ball is deep, and that ball is out of here. 5-9 against the lefty, 1 to 15, and that's a 10. So the Pirates take a 1-0 lead on the 2-out homer. Here's Willie Sturgill. Six and a 5. Shortstop chance. Boa's a 1, so he'll get to anything. E10 for Boa. And a 7. There is no 7, so Stargell is retired. Excuse me. And so are the Pirates here in the top of the first, but they get a run and lead 1-0 after a half inning. And batting order for the Phillies: Boa, McCarver, and Montanez, Johnson, Luzinski, and Money, Anderson, Doyle, and Selma. Here's Larry Boa, somewhat also known for being a manager after his playing career with a few teams. Also, I believe might have been on ESPN as an analyst. 6 and a 5. Shortstop chance that will not be good for Jackie Hernandez. 4 and a 4. That will get through for a hit. And let's see if it hurts him on a 12, E64. And there is a 12, so he gets it, bobbles it, throws, and it gets past the first baseman, Robertson. So they'll call that a single and an error. Runner on second, and they will not hold. Well, maybe that's still -3. They will, even on the second rating, they won't hold Boa on its second. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 13. Here's McCarver. 3 and a 5. And that's ripped into center field. Scoring from second is Boa. And just like that, we are tied. And McCarver will not be held on. Did steal 5 bases, but not being held on. Here's Montanez. Nothing on the 5. 4 and a 5. Against the lefty. Ground ball to second. And cash to Hernandez. Over to Robertson. Double play. And here's Darren Johnson, former Cincinnati Red. And here's the pitch to Johnson. Three and an 8. Swung on and missed, struck him out. However, the Phillies tie the game at 1. And here's Richie Hebner leading off the top of the second, followed by Bob Robertson and Milt May. All right, here's the pitch to Richie Hebner. Six and a 4. Another shortstop chance, and you're going to hit him somewhere for next chance. That's the spot. Boa will make the play. And the throw to first. 12. No, not on a 10. So Boa gobbles it up, throws to first, retires Robertson, 1 away. Oh, sorry, retires Hebner. Here's Robertson. 2 and a 6. Swung on and missed, struck him out. First strikeout for Selma. And here's Milt May, the catcher. 3 and an 11. Popped him up. And the third baseman, Money under it. And he is money on that one. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates here in the second. And Luzinski, Money, and Anderson due up here in the bottom of the second. Here's Luzinski. 1 and an 8. And that's a base hit for Luzinski. And they will not hold him on. Havoc roll for Glass. Nothing on the 19. Here's money. Five and a 4. And that will not get down even on a righty on a 20. So that's a fly ball to left. And that will retire money. Here's Mike Anderson. Nothing on the 14. Three and a 9. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Steve Blass, who unfortunately ended his career not the best way. Couldn't find the plate, and now anybody who pitcher cannot find the plate at the time is known to have Steve Blass disease, although he did end up being a great color commentator for the Pirates. All right, 2 down for Denny Doyle. And here's the pitch to Doyle. 6 and a 5. That 4 is fine for a 19. Now Hernandez just has to stay away from the air chance. 409. He cannot do that. So reaching is Doyle on the air. And now here's Dick Selma with the chance to put the Phillies ahead using pitcher hitting card number 3. He's a right-handed hitter. Nothing on the 10. Five and an 8. And that's a ground ball to third. Hebner retires Selma, and that will take care of business here in the second. Through 2, Pirates 1, Phillies 1. Hernandez, Blass, and Cash due up here in the top of the third. All right, here's Jackie Hernandez. 1 and a 6. Fly ball to center field. And that's tracked down by Montanez. 1 away. And here's Steve Blass, also using pitcher hitting card number 3. Right-handed batter. And we'll do that again. One and 8. 1 to 4 double chance. That's a 20, and Blass gets a hold of one and stops at first. They will not hold him on. Here is Dave Cash. Leadoff single. I thought about bunting here, but no. Do I want to hit and run to stay out of the double play? They're not holding him on, so he'd be a B hit and run. And what the heck, I'll do the move that demos want. I have Cash hit and run here. Nothing on the 14. All right, so we're actually get to show off the Stratomatic Super Advanced Hit and Run. Let's see here. So he's a B hit and run. He's not holding on Blass. Oops, and we'll do that again. Okay, so we're going off the pitcher card. So if that lead die would have been a 1, 2, or 3, you go off the chart. If it's off the pitcher card, you go by what the pitcher said. And a 5 and a 6. That ball is driven to deep center field. The 16 means that that would be a double. Now, on all doubles, no matter what they have, the double, instead of being 2 stars, is now a double 3 stars. So Blast got a hell of a jump. Scores all the way from first. He does run it at 13, so he has some speed. And that will give the Pirates a 2-1 lead. Here's Vic Davalillo. They're going to hold cash on. Havoc roll for Selma. Nothing on the 6. Four and an 8. And against the lefty, that's just a bit outside ball 4. First and second, 1 out. And here's Al Oliver, who's homered his last time up. They will hold both runners. Nothing on the 12. Two and an 11. Ground ball to first. And Johnson flips to Selma covering, 2 away. Both runners move up. So second and third with 2 outs for Willie Stargell. And Havoc roll for Selma. Nothing on the 18. And here's the pitch to Stargell. 3 and a 4. Ballpark single. Lefties only get a 1. That's a 12. So that's a ground ball to second. And that will retire the side. But Pirates add a run and lead 2-1 after 2.5. Blast will face the top of the order, Boa, McCurver, and Montanez. Boa singled, moved to second on an error, and scored in the first. And that is a ground ball to first, and Robertson to the bag himself, 1 away. There's McCurver. And popped up, the shortstop Hernandez calls for it, 2 away. And here's Montanez. And that's just a bit outside ball 4. So 2 out walk to Montanez. And he will not be held on. He's not going anywhere. And here's Darren Johnson. Nothing on the 18. Five and a 5. And 1-2 home run chance. At 7's too high, so fly ball to left. Stargell will make the play, and that retires the side. 3 complete in Philadelphia, 2-1 Pirates. And we go to the 4th. Hebner, Robertson, and May. And here's Richie Hebner, grounded out his last time up. Oops, and we'll do that again. Five and a 7 against the lefty. 1-12 single chance. That's a 9. So Richie Hebner with the leadoff single. And here's Bob Robertson, struck out his last time up. They will not hold on Hebner. Nothing on the 16. One and a 3. And that ball is hit the left field. Going back on it is Luzinski. He'll have room and makes the catch. Yeah, 1-2, 13 will not do. If it was 1-4, that would have been a home run. First out here in the top of the 4th, and here's Milt May. Nothing on the 5 for the havoc roll. Five and a 5. That's a ground ball to first. The second to get Hebner, and that's all they'll get. So May replaces Hebner. Not being held on. Here's Jackie Hernandez. Nothing on the 9. Four and an 8. Righty, ball 4. And here comes Steve Blass. I mean, that's 6.5 dozen. Hernandez only hit 188, and Blass, I'm sure, is not much better than that. So you don't really want to walk the number 8 batter, because then it turns the order over in the next inning. Nothing on the 4. And here's a pitch to Blass. Singled and scored his last time up. Whoops. And we'll do that again. Two and a 12. And that's a fly ball to right field. Back on it is Anderson. He has room and will make the catch to retire the side. And we are through 3.5. Pirates 2, Phillies 1. And Luzinski, Money, and Anderson do up here for the Phillies in the bottom of the 4th. One and a 7. 1-2 single chance. Nice diving stop by Hebner. Shows the glove, and he's got the ball. 1 away. Nice diving stop by Hebner. And here's Don Money. And that's a fly ball to center field. And that will be caught by Oliver, 2 away. And here's Mike Anderson. One and a 6. Struck him out. Anderson down for the second time on strikes. And that retires the side. To the top of the 5th. Pirates still lead 2-1, and this is Salma's point of weakness inning, and he is due up second in the order, so we may be seeing the last of him. Third time through the order, and they may just say, no, that's it for you today. I know, very 2020 baseball to do, but they will. All right, Cash, Davalio, and Oliver do up. 3 and an 8 field goal roll for Cash. Ground ball to second. And that retires Cash. Here's Davalillo. Walked his last time up. Three and an 8. And a tapper back to the mound. 2 away. Here's Al Oliver. Three and a 5. And that's ripped into the gap, and Oliver is in with a stand-up double. Triple on a 1, but that's a double. So Oliver is halfway to the cycle. Double and a home run. And here's Willie Stargell. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 16. And here's the pitch to Willie Stargell. Oops, yeah, we'll do that again. Three and a 4. And that's a ballpark single, and that will be... Oh, he got the one that he needed. For lefty, it's only on a 1, and that's a 1. So only going to third is Oliver. And Selma is 1 hit away from being tired. Here's Richie Hebner. They really want him to get through this half inning. Nothing on the 17. Here's Hebner. Four and a 7. That is ball 4. And Selma is now considered fatigued. So anything that comes up, say the 4-5, is not a strikeout. It would be a single and 2 base advance. All right, here's Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 5. Three and an 8. Line drive to the shortstop, and somehow Selma wriggles out of that one, and that retires the side. The Pirates will leave them loaded. And let's see who the Phillies will have loosing in the bullpen. We will go with Barry Lersch. Will be loosening in the bullpen. Him, and let's see if they want to get somebody else. Nope, just Barry Lersch. All right. All right, so Blast will face Doyle, a pinch hitter, and Boa to start the bottom of the 5th. Golden opportunity missed there. All right, here's Denny Doyle, most known for a play in Game 6 of the World Series where he thought the third base coach told him to go, and he told him no. All right, so here's Denny Doyle. 6 and an 8 to a lefty. Tapper to first base. Robertson to the bag himself, and that's 1 away. Let's put him in. All right, pinch hitting for Dick Selma is Terry Harmon. Excuse me. All right, and Harmon will pinch hit for Selma. 6 and a 5. Shortstop chance. Hernandez will get to it. Yep. 4 and a 17. Now, can he avoid his third error of the game. $14. No, he will not. So another error by Jackie Hernandez. And Harmon will reach base. He will not be held on. -4, -3. That'd take him down to 1 to a 10. So, nope. All right, and here's Havoc roll for Glass. And here is Larry Boa. 5 and a 2. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Fly ball to left field. Stargell going back. Makes the catch, 2 down. And here's Tim McCarver. Something I didn't know about McCarver. So he spent the first half of the season with the Phillies. I think goes and plays in Montreal. Never knew that about McCarver. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 20. And I think he ends up going back to the Phillies later on in his career. 4 and a 6 against the lefty. And that's a bouncer to second. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. To the top of the 6th, and we'll get a new pitcher for the Phillies. It will be Barry Lersch, who, if I'm not mistaken, may have been involved in that 23-22 game the Cubs and Phillies played in 1979. That was an NBC Game of the Week. All right, here's Milt May. Backup catcher, giving Manny Sanguillen a day off. And let me put Lersch in the scorebook here. All right, and here's the pitch to Milt May. 5 and a 7 lefty, struck him out. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Not a great day in the field, and 0 for 1 at the plate with a walk. Five and a 7. Gee, we're just missing those good rolls on the 5s. Tapper to third, and Money throws out Hernandez. 2 down, and here's Steve Blass. Blass is 0 for 2, 0 for 1 with, or 1 for 2, sorry, with a single. 6-6 against a righty. Double to 10, that's a 20, so tracked down in center field by Montanez, and that retires the side. Bottom of the 6th we go. Pirates lead 2-1. And Blast will face Montanez, Johnson, and Luzinski. And here's a pitch to Montanez. 1-5, and that's just a bit high. Ball 4. That is the 4th walk for Blass. And here's Darren Johnson. Nothing on the 12. One, 4, struck him out. Johnson now 0 for 3 with a walk. And here's Greg Luzinski. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Oops. Sorry. Montanez is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Luzinski has 2 strikeouts. Fourth strikeout for Blast. Sorry, I put them on the wrong side. Now here's Luzinski singled and moved on an error. And do they want to try to get a jump with Montanez? No. Not holding him on. Oh, 1-5, and that's a 2, so that gets past May and into second base with a wild pitch. Is Montanez. Nothing on the 17. And here is Luzinski, 1 out runner in scoring position. Not holding on Montanez. 2 and an 11. It's a 1-2 home run chance, but that's a 15. So that would be a fly ball to left field. So not a chance for Montanez to go to third. Only on an X chance could he have the chance to go to third. Okay, so here's Don Money. Nothing on the 18. Six and a 5. Boy, another shortstop chance. 11. Oh boy, on a 4. Is just outside of the pound range. So let's see if he can avoid error number 4. It was not holding on anybody anyways. 5, 8, 10. I think 10 is okay for 64. It is. And Hernandez makes the play to retire the side. All right, so this could be the last inning for Lersch, as he is due up third in the inning. And he will face Cash, Davalillo, and Oliver here in the top of the 7th. All right. And here's the pitch to Cash. One and a 9. And that's a tapper back to the mound. And Cash is retired. Here's Vic Davalillo. Five and a 7. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And here is Al Oliver. Two up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Five and an 8. And staying out of that range, fly ball to center field. And Montanez there puts it away. Stretch time here in Philadelphia. Phillies trail 2-1. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, Mike Anderson, Denny Doyle, and we'll get a pinch hitter for Lersch. All right, Anderson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Oops, and we'll do that again. 1-6 struck him out. And that's the hat trick for Anderson. Here's Denny Doyle. So we'll do that again. Jeez. Fouled it off. 2 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. And Oliver puts that away. And our pinch hitter will be Pete Kogel. Or Kegel, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Phillies fans, please help me out. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th, Pirates leading 2-1. Here's a pitch to Kegel or Kogel. 6 and a 12. Back to the mound. Blast with a 15. He is a 2. That will be, he will field it. He is an E11, so very low error rating. And a 6. Oh boy, this could be trouble. 11 and a 6. There is no 6. So Blast comes off the mound, makes the play, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 8th. We're looking for a new pitcher here for the Phillies. And, I don't really want to go with Horner. They will go with Wayne Twitchell. 5-9 record, made 15 starts. He did come out of the bullpen in this game. So. All right. And Twitchell will come on for Lurch, who pitched 2 very solid innings. And he will face Stargell, Hebner, and Robertson here in the top of the 8th. All right, here's Stargell. 3, 2 and a 3 against the righty. Bouncer back to the mound, and Twitchell throws out Stargell. And here is Richie Hebner. 6 and a 7 against the lefty. Second base chance. That is Doyle, 2 and a 10. He'll get to that. He is an E14, so E14 and a 10. There's likely not a 10. No, there is not. So Doyle retires Hebner. Here is Bob Robertson, 2 down, top of the 8th. Three and a 6, swung on and missed, struck him out. And that will retire the side. And Blast will come out for the 8th. This is his point of weakness inning. And he will face Boa, McCarver, and Montanez. He is also due up 3rd in the inning, so it looks like this will be it for him. And Dave Justy is loosening in the bullpen. Blast is gone. This is his 4th time through the order, going into the top of the 8th. So that's not too bad. 27 batters faced through 7 innings. All right, here's Larry Bull, 1 for 3 with a single. 6 and a 9. And against switch hitter batting left-handed, struck him out. 6 strikeout for Blass. 1 away. And here is Tim McCarver. McCarver 1 for 3 with a single. 3 and an 11. Ballpark single chance. Lefties is only a 1. So that's a 10. So that's a fly ball to right field. And Davalillo makes the catch 2 away. And here's Willie Montanez. 3 and an 8. Struck him out. And Blass is pumped after that. He knows he's about to get pulled. We go to the top of the 9th. And we've got May, Hernandez, and Blass. And the Pirates will likely go to their bench as Twitchell comes out for another inning. May will likely hit. They want to give Sanguine a full day off. Roberto Clemente has come on deck, and he will pinch hit for Jackie Hernandez. All right, here's May facing Twitchell. 0 for 3 reached on a fielder's choice. Well, if that D20 is needed, I'll do that. 5 and a 10. Catcher chance. All right, will we re-roll the D20? 15. And that's a 9. So McCarver, oh boy, 4 and a 15. That's a P/F. McCarver, E5. There is no 9. PF is no runners on base. The foul out and caught by McCarver, and that will retire May. And here comes Roberto Clemente to bat for Jackie Hernandez. All right, and here's Clemente to face Twitchell. Two and an 8. And just like that, base hit into left field. And that is now a 6-game hitting streak. Spoiler alert. For Clemente, now needs 106 hits. And he will stay on and he will run. And we'll get another pinch hitter for Blass. Gene Kleins will grab a bat and he will hit for Blass. All right, so... And give me a second here. All right, so Kleins will bat for Blass. They are not holding on Clemente. And here's the pitch, or sorry, Havoc roll first. Nothing on the 15. Dave Justy is loosening in the bullpen. Fly ball to center field, and Kleins flies out to Montanez, 2 away. And here's Dave Cash. 1 for 4 with a double. Nothing on the 9. And swung on and missed, struck him out. And that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Pirates lead 2-1. Gene Alley will take over at shortstop for Hernandez. And Dave Justy will come in to pitch for the Pirates. And he will face Johnson, Luzinski, and Money. Maybe. Johnson is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And here's a pitch from Justy to Johnson. 1-9, struck him out. And here's Greg the Bull Luzinski, and they will pinch hit for Luzinski because they know they're going to need better offense. Roger Freed will pinch hit for Luzinski, and he will stay in the game and play right field. Well, they'll move around somebody. All right, so Roger Freed will hit for Luzinski. Oops, and we'll do that again. Oops, one more time. Freed fouling off some tough pitches from Justy. 4 and an 11. Fly ball center field. Going back on it is Oliver, and he will make the catch. 2 down. And they'll let Money hit for himself. 2 down. And here is Don Money. Triple sixes, fly ball to left field. Stargell will have a play on it. 418 will get to it. Stargell is an E11. Oh boy. E11, is there a 15? There is, and it's a 2-base error for Stargell. And the inning continues, and they will call Mike Anderson back. Tim Hutton will hit for Anderson. And don't worry, I'll make mess of this if the Pirates actually give up the lead here. Here's Hutton. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 14. And here's the pitch to Hutton. Three and an 8. Fly ball, left field. Going back on it is Stargell. Makes the catch. And that's your ball game. Final score from Philly. Close one, 2-1. The Pirates win this and be right back with the line score. All right, final line score, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. Yep, Hernandez had 3 of them. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. The Phillies did not get a hit after the second inning. Just a bunch of walks and reached on errors. Blass is your winning pitcher. Justy will get the save, and Dick Selma, the hard luck loser. Well, Clemente did get a hit in this game, so 106 hits left and 391 plate appearances. So we will see you at the park the next time. All right, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you like. Please leave a like. It helps the video to be seen. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.